Hello denim heads, this is David with the Sons of Selvage podcast, here to share a video with you that I never thought I would be recording. How to spot a pair of fake Ray-Bans compared to authentic ones. So recently I recorded a 5x1 video inspired by these glasses here, the square Wayfarers. Also, I was heavily inspired by the sunglasses of Jacques-Marie Mage. My interest in the two sent me down this rabbit hole to see what sunglasses Ray-Ban makes that are more square than the classic Wayfarer, and I landed upon the Inverness. Posted a video on YouTube, and then pretty quickly someone in the comments came back to me and said, hey, I think the pair of sunglasses you're including in your video review are actually fakes. And I bought this pair here, Ray-Ban Inverness off of Mercari. Lo and behold, these guys were fake, and so I brought them to the Ray-Ban store, and I spoke to the manager who actually remembered when they sold the Inverness a couple years ago, and he gave me his feedback on what may or may not be authentic about these. And he could not have certainty that they were fakes, but something did feel wrong. Eventually, I did actually find a pair from Sports Basement, who I know to be a trusted retailer. I recently got this pair of authentic Ray-Ban Inverness. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 or so things I spotted that are different between the fake pair and the authentic pair. In general, I'll keep the fake pair on the left, the authentic pair on the right. Granted, these are a discontinued style and not anywhere near as popular as the Wayfarers, but I do think that this information is going to help anyone, regardless of what pair of Ray-Bans you're shopping for. So these are the two pairs of Inverness. The left pair is the fake, the right pair is the authentic. If you look at both of these glasses, the frame on the fake pair has quite a thick and sort of rounded edging on it, whereas the authentic pair is much more sharp. So on the left pair, the fakes, you can see that the edge detail across the top and along the side is quite rounded. It's not a crisp, hard edge. Whereas on the authentic pair, you can see it's a much more crisp edge detail on the glasses. Point number 2 is the lens. So you'll notice on the fake Inverness that the lenses are quite rounded, almost as if they maybe came off of a pair of Wayfarers. Whereas here on the authentic pair, the lenses are much more boxy and angular. And the surrounding frame is also a lot more boxy and angular. Okay, so next point is the frame size. So the left pair, which again is the fake, is actually a couple millimeters taller than the authentic pair, and it has less of a slope backwards. The next detail I noticed is that the fake pair is also wider than the authentic pair. Yeah, if I zoom out here, you can see that the left pair is actually wider from temple to temple than the authentic pair on the right. So both height and width-wise, the fake pair does not match the real Inverness. The next thing I noticed required me actually going into marketing photos to figure this out, but in the fake pair on the left, the arms have a bit of a rounded surface on the top, whereas the authentic pair has a flat surface on the top with straight edging, and similarly, the arms on the fake pair are quite different than the arms on the authentic pair. So it's a little bit hard to see, but if I can get these in the right light, maybe I can show you. Yeah, the fake pair actually have a kind of a, there we go. The fake pair has this tapering that begins after the Ray-Ban logo. It goes down to the end of the arm. So there's kind of this ridge that starts about 1 inch from the hinge and runs down the glass. You see that, and it runs all the way down to the end. I thought that was authentic when I looked at the Inverness marketing photos, but then when I looked more closely, I did in fact realize they are perfectly smooth on the side with just a bit of a reflection shown in the marketing photos. Another detail which I only noticed by looking at online marketing photos is that the fake pair has these kind of rounded nose bridge supports, but the authentic pair has these kind of hard angular bridge supports, which again, I never would have noticed this had I not looked into the marketing photos to see that. There you go. You can also notice too that the acetate on the fake pair actually goes clear at the end of the nose bridge points. Like it goes from black to clear, whereas on the authentic pair, it is black all the way through. There you go, you can really see the bridge there. All right, so another issue which I only really kind of figured out in person is that the shape of the arms are different in the authentic versus the fake pair. So in the fake pair on the left, you can see the arms don't curve downwards, so they don't curve downwards all that much, whereas the authentic pair on the right have a significant downward slope. Similarly, if you turn them face on, you'll notice that in the authentic pair, the arms curve inward much more than on the fake pair. All right, so next detail, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get this on camera, but the frame on the fake pair has pretty rough edging where it was like ground into shape or maybe poured at the factory. So you can see there's really kind of rough, unfinished edging. And similarly, related to that, where the hinge is, there should be a little silver dot a couple of millimeters to the right of these two screws that sticks through the frame, but you'll notice it doesn't actually stick through the frame. Whereas on the authentic pair, you get a much cleaner, polished edge finish here, and you get the metal pin protruding through the arm next to the screws. And one thing I'll also mention too that threw me off was this pair did have the RB engraving. This is the fake. Yeah, so the fake pair did in fact come with the G15 sticker on the lens, which also again led me to believe they were authentic. One thing I'll also touch on, because I know a lot of people claim that it really makes things easier to figure out, but I actually could not determine, just based upon the writing on the arms, whether a pair of glasses was authentic or fake. So this is, again, fake pair, in theory made in Italy and factory labeled B. Authentic pair made in Italy and factory labeled K. Again, fake pair on the left, authentic pair on the right. No real easy way to know which one's legit versus not because they say the same information. So next thing I'll talk about, which is maybe the most helpful way with which I distinguish the real versus the fakes, is the box. So the authentic box has a kind of dappled finish here that makes it look like it's kind of like a real handmade paper. You can see that the logo is printed in a glossy, under that same glossy finish. And this is information that came from the Ray-Ban store person. Whereas the fake pair, the box does not have that kind of dappled look and it's sort of a matte finish. The next detail for him was the sticker location. So he said that on the fake pair, you never put the logo on the side. Ray-Ban always puts the logo on the end of the glasses. So like here on the authentic pair, it's always on the end. And he said to him that was again another dead giveaway, that these were fakes and these were authentics. And the stickers look pretty similar. I mean, if you worked at Ray-Ban, you might be able to distinguish which one's legitimate. But for me as a person buying online, there's no way I could have figured out which one was real versus not. Next thing I'll talk about is the case. So the cases, the only thing I can really say about the potential fake is that the case is very, very stiff. It's like hard, almost like hard rubber, whereas the authentic case is quite soft. From the get-go, it feels easy and pliable. Now let's talk about the cleaning cloth. So on the fake pair, cleaning cloth is quite small, and the silkscreen logo looks like it's kind of fading into the background. It doesn't look like it really stands out all that well, whereas on the authentic pair, cloth is much bigger. It feels like a much higher quality with cleaner cut corner, like the kind of square edging. And the Ray-Ban logo is like silk screen. You can tell it's red and white, really beautiful print that really pops. And then the quality of the edge cutting is very, very clean. Whereas on the fakes, the quality of the edge cutting is very sort of low quality. So I hope that's helpful. This is a comparison of the Ray-Ban Inverness. Fake pair on the left, authentic pair on the right. Hope this was helpful for you. Please like this content if it was helpful. Please subscribe to our channel and considering buying us a coffee if you can. Thank you.